everyone, and welcome to the Expert Select Sports Betting Podcast. I am Mike Day, and it is Thursday, so that means I am joined by Brad Thurman.
Good afternoon. Happy Thursday. Again, I think
Brad
every
rolling
week
in
I say
hot.
it. Coming in hot from the airport, coming from Dallas.
He's a working man.
Yeah, I had to, I was in a training class full of Dallas Cowboy fans, so it was great to be able to rub in the Broncos game.
Yeah, that was nice.
They didn't have a lot to say. Let's just say there wasn't a lot of smack talk going back and forth. It was a one-way street this week.
Yeah, I mean, Broncos took care of business in that game, so they didn't have to wait till the fourth quarter to make an epic comeback.
Right.
Yeah, they just took it to them. So good on our Broncos. We are continuing to believe.
Yeah, well, but with that, and I know you're about to set everything up, but that, in our personal picks, and my second one, that I picked Cowboys to cover, and that was the one game I missed.
Oh boy, you went 5-1 on that?
I went 5-1.
Oh wow, yeah.
So, but Broncos got the win, so I'm like, we're all good. We're all good.
Little bittersweet there.
Yeah, a little bittersweet, but it's all good.
Nice.
Just didn't feel comfortable with with the way Cowboys have been playing and with the way Broncos had been playing, minus a couple of fourth quarter, huge comebacks. So
that's the Broncos we want to see, what they did to the Cowboys. So yeah. Let's keep looking at that going forward. They got a tough game going to Houston this week. Yep. So we'll see how they do on the road. Bo needs to play better on the road early.
Yes, and not fourth quarter.
Yeah. So, well, welcome in everyone. Real quick, I'm going to run through, for those of you that never heard us before, going to run through what we do. We are the Expert Select Sports Betting Podcast, and what we do on the football side of this is we take a consensus of the experts' picks. And what I mean by that is 65% or more of the experts need to be on a game. And at least 75 experts need to be picking within that game. And then we take the opposite side. So we are definitely going against the consensus of the experts on 6 picks. We have to do 6 picks. Brad and I are in a contest and it could be college or pro against the spread. So that's what we do. And then as far as the show goes, we review last week's games and how we did. We have some super cool year-to-date statistics that we do. And then we do this week's picks. And sorry we were a little late. Brad and I were kind of going through it a little bit on one of our picks because the line changed from when the lines came out to where our contest picks go live as far as what we can pick. And there was a significant line change on one of our games that we'll talk about. But we spent a good 10 minutes trying to figure out which one we wanted to change. I mean, we only have 27 games on the slate, and that's the thing. We don't get to pick the full set of games, college and pro, every week. They have to follow within our criteria. So that really reduces the slate that we get to pick from. This week is actually about 2 games higher than what we normally get to pick from.
Yeah, 27. I think it's the highest we've ever seen.
But some of these sides that we have to look at as far as going against the experts are not attractive at all.
No. And for a lot of those games, we were just like, let's flip a coin, because at this point we're not feeling good about any of them. But we'll get into that once we get to that pick.
Yeah, that's a good way to kind of segue into reviewing our week 8 picks. So let me bring our super cool. Oh, those of you on Spotify, you are not seeing these slides. We apologize. We'll try to describe as best we can what the slides say, but come back and watch the show replay on YouTube. And that's when you'll get to see our super cool slides. So
and for those that are watching or are going to watch on replay, usually it's Mike leaving the camera because he's taking care of a dog. Because I was just traveling, I just got that like, your laptop isn't plugged in, so you better do it quickly or it's about to turn off.
Oh,
You were about to have
yeah,
one of those moments where it's like, where did Brad go? He's gone.
yeah. Brad just checked out.
He just
Uh,
checked out. So my laptop almost died, so I had to run and get a power cord.
no, good. Yeah, the show mascot is outside because it's so nice here. So, well, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do in the wintertime, but for now, she's all good. Okay, week 8. Hey, and this is going to come up in our season total, but tell the people how we did this
We
week.
were we yeah, again, we always say our goal is 6-0, of course, but our really our main goal is to be 3-3, be 500. So anytime we're 4-2, 5-1, we're excited. And this week we were very excited. We were 5-1.
So
So
close, so close.
so close yet so far away. It wasn't one of
Yeah,
those where it was the sixth game and like someone kicked a field goal at the end to cover and we got screwed. This one was over. I think it was our fourth game, maybe our fifth game, and yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to it. But it's like it wasn't even close. We
yeah.
just flat out missed it.
It was the last game of the college slate that we had. We had five. We had 5 games in college, 1 game in the pros. No, for our super fan, no backdoor cover.
Nope.
I don't think there were any this week. So let's jump in. I'll advance the slide and we can get into it.
Excellent.
And this is important. This first one.
Well, yeah, because I think when you said it was important, this was an 80 percenter, and so
It
this
was the
is
highest.
this
Yeah,
is a
the
higher.
highest percentage this week.
Yeah, and you'll see that stat come up here in just a bit as well. But 80% of the experts were on the Bengals versus the Jets, and we even talked last week how, yeah, we know we're betting on the Jets, and they are awful. Like they hadn't scored over 10 points or whatever, 11 points in a few weeks, and they just look horrible. And the Bengals looked amazing the week before. So this one was like, there's no way. But this was just a crazy game overall. Like the score ended with the Jets winning outright 39-38. But we were not thinking we were going to cover this one. I mean, it was
No, I mean
all over
it
the
was the
place.
same. It was the same old Jets when they started because they got down 10 points early in the game, and then they were down 24-13 at half. And I texted you. I'm like Jets or something like that. Just the
It's the
word.
Jets again. Yep. Jets are being the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 31-16 going into at the start of the fourth quarter.
Right. And somehow the Jets score 23 points in the fourth quarter. Who do
Yeah.
they think they are? The Broncos? Like, no, you're the Jets, but we don't care. It's green.
And they even went to the running back Brees Hall to throw the game-winning touchdown.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, just crazy.
Yeah. So it was a fun game to watch, especially again when this was our sixth game to get to 5-1. Every game is important, even when we know we're not going to go 6-0. We want to try and win every single game possible. So that was the difference. 5-1 sounds so much better than 4-2. So thank you.
Oh, yeah, it's huge. Yeah, and statistically, as we know, statistics, it was huge. So yeah, that was a great win on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah. So another pretty big number, 70% of the experts were on SMU, Southern Methodist, at Wake Forest, and that gave us the Demon Deacons +3. Final score of this game was 13-12, Wake Forest.
Yeah.
The home underdog pulls it out with a game-winning field goal at the end of the game as time expired. But we were within the number at that point anyway,
right
at 12-10.
Yeah.
But a bit of a crazy game.
Well, I definitely was not expecting it to be that low scoring for sure.
No. But it was crazy also because Wake Forest blocked a PAT to keep the score at 12-10 instead of 13-10. Because who knows what would happen to us if it would have went to overtime.
Right, it goes to overtime, and SMU probably wins by a touchdown.
Yeah, and then we lose, right?
Yeah.
So That was nice. So sometimes things, we've talked about this before. Sometimes you got to get lucky. Sometimes things got to fall your way, um, just to get to 5-1, 4-2. So um, we'll take that from Wake Forest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me or you on this one?
I'll do it because CSU. I mean, you're going to chime in as well, but um, CSU.
You
I'm a
like the first thing in my notes?
yeah.
CSU
CSU
sucks.
sucks.
They
Well,
suck. They're so
I'm,
bad.
I'm a Buffalo. I'm a CU buff. I graduated from CU. So, of course, there's always that, we don't like CSU. CSU doesn't like us. I never like having to bet for, to root for them. And they didn't give me a lot to root for because they were just they just suck.
Yeah, 28-0.
28-0.
Yeah, and I'm a Northern Colorado UNC grad, and they played CSU earlier this year
And should have won.
and got screwed
Yeah.
on an official replay that who knows where it came from. And the dude definitely caught the ball, definitely was inbounds, definitely brought it to the ground, everything to win the game for UNC. And they got jobbed, I think, by the conference, the
Yeah.
officials. So,
Well, but, we said last week, we know CSU isn't great. We went into the whole coach gets fired. And there's that, like 6-1 this year with the 1 game bump. 6-2 now because CSU sucks and Wyoming isn't great, and they shut them out. Like,
yeah,
that's just bad.
yeah, that was our lone loss. I mean, geez, Rams.
Yeah.
They're really far away from being a good team.
Yes, they are.
It's not a coach. It's like a whole program.
Yes, absolutely. This one was fun too. Go for it.
Yeah, 65% of the experts were on Boise State at Nevada, which gave us the Wolfpack plus 21.5. This was a Friday game. The first game on the slate. Okay, so get this. The final score was 24-3 Boise State. So start doing the math in your head on that one. And
We
you'll
needed
find
every one of those points.
every half a point, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I wrote in here like the half a point is a blessing and a curse because there's been so many times where we have lost by half a point.
Yep.
But, in this case where you have a really big underdog and you're just trying to hang on for dear life and the game ends and you're half a point ahead. It's nice.
Yeah. I mean, this, I think this was the game. Shoot, I'm hoping I'm not thinking about this wrong, but Nevada, was this the team that faked 2 kicks?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
they're within field goal range, and of course we need every single point. We know Boise State's going to win, but we need every point. And this was the second fake of the game. They're within field goal range, 4th and 18, and they fake it.
They do a fake field goal, thinking I don't know what they were thinking, and then they tried to do like a shovel pass to the tight end or whatever. Like that is not going to go for 18 yards. Like, what are you doing, coach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, I thought, we're in trouble. When
Yep.
you have the ability to score some points and you don't even attempt it. Like, this is not good. But their defense, I'll hand it to them. Their defense played well enough to keep Boise State, from just destroying them.
Yeah, hold Boise State to 24 points. Yeah, the Wolfpack's problem is not their defense; it's their offense for sure.
No. But
we were doing pretty good because it was like 10-3 at half. So I'm like, oh, okay, just score, which they didn't again, but they held on again enough to get that half point cover. So
right,
good job, Nevada. Oh,
well, our last 2 games are the games that you really want when you're covering, and it was like no. I wasn't sweating either one of these. So 65% of the experts were on Louisville. At home playing Boston College. They were a 25.5-point favorite. Final score was 38-24 Louisville. So they won by 14. But again, I never felt like this one was in jeopardy at all. I was thinking over the weekend when I was watching this going, Boston College defense held in. Then I'm like, how can I say they held in and they still let them score 38 points. So it really wasn't their defense. This fell into the category of what Mike and I always talk about when we're trying to cover a spread like this, is just score some points.
Yeah.
And obviously Boston College scored enough. So Louisville's defense wasn't great. But yeah, they allowed them to score enough to keep us on the winning side for this one. So yeah, I never felt like we were in fear of losing this.
No, not really. And yeah, like you said, they scored enough to stay within the number. Boston College really isn't that good of a team, but Louisville probably had a little bit of a letdown, but
Yep.
it happens in college sports. So good on us. Good pick to take that big spread. So
Yeah.
and then I'm going to do this one, Brad, because all credit to you on this one for sure. You talked me into this one. 65% of the experts were on Kansas at home against Kansas State. That gave us the Wildcats plus 2.5. The final score was 43-17 Kansas State. I mean, they took the Jayhawks to the woodshed.
Well, trust me, it didn't start this way. This was a 10 a.m. Denver time game on Saturday. So we were 1-0. This was like the first game. I'm like, sweet, I want to watch this before, I leave. We're going to play golf. And kickoff. It's raining in Kansas. Not a good rain either. Like, it's just sloppy. Very first kickoff, the guy fumbles for Kansas State, and Kansas scores a couple plays later, down 7-0. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. And yeah, from there, it turned in Kansas State's favor. So yes, I will pat myself on the back for this one. I don't know. As you know, I'm generally not feeling great about our games. This one, for whatever reason, was feeling like I'm feeling good about this cover.
Yeah, and like you said, Kansas did score first, but then K-State just took over. I think they scored 3 straight touchdowns after that, unanswered.
Yep.
And it was kind of a boat race.
Yes.
After that, so
it was. But again,
great week. 5-1 is so good with what we have to do. And we're just going to bang this drum because it's very difficult to pick from the side we have to pick on and the low amount of games we have to pick. So good on us to get to 5-1. So that brings up this first right here. This first number.
Season total. Yeah. Gotta love this. Now we're 10 games above 500. So we are 29-19 with a 60% win rate, which is incredible. Like, we're getting close to halfway through the season now, and sitting at 60% is huge. And as we talk about, we'll talk about it more at the end of the season. It's so much more difficult to pick the game. So, we went from like a 60% last year down to the 53% at the end of the year, just because it is so tough to pick the games when there's not a lot of college, and these pro games people are sitting people, and you just don't know how to pick.
Yeah, so, and we get some dumb bowl games too, where like all the kids have opted out, and
yes, you don't know. I mean,
yeah. So
anyway, kudos to us. We dropped below that 60%, and to get back there over the last couple of weeks has been great.
Yeah. We had a 5-1 this week and a 4-2 last week, so that really bumped us up. That was 2 really good weeks for us. I think we're on the verge of that first 6-0, Brad. So
yes, we are.
The next one is something we track. It's the season total of the entire qualifying games on every week's slate. So, like, say, for example, this week we have 27 games. Last week, I believe this was 13-11. So there was like
had to
24 games.
Had to have been close to 50% because that number barely moved.
Yeah. So for the year-to-date total on all of our games, if you just took the expert suck side, you would be at 103, 93, and 1, and you would be at 52.5%. So making money. That making money mark is 52, whatever, and a half percent.
52.3. So still making money.
Thank goodness we don't have to blindly just take the entire slate of the expert side. That would be, and then
not as fun. So
Not as fun.
and
I think it makes it more fun when we at least get to pick our 6
yeah,
games.
yes, and have some discussion and have some reasons why we do it, not just, well, it's because we have to.
Yeah, that wouldn't make a very good show. That's not
No,
good content.
no, it's not.
This is good content, like we alluded to. That
Yes,
80% game, Cincinnati and the Jets, gave us the highest percent game each week, bumped our total up to 4-5 now. So, yeah, 2 weeks in a row, pretty good comeback on this
yep.
as well.
We started 0-3, and so we're 4-2 over the last 6 weeks. So
Yeah, nice.
here we go.
I'll let you take this one, Brad.
Oh, well, we've kept it closer the last couple of weeks, but our head-to-head big $20 bet we have going. Mike, you were 2-3-1 this week. You had one of those weird ties.
3-2-1.
3-2. Oh, 3-2. Sorry about that. 3-2-1. I was 3-3, right? So I gained.
Yes.
I gained a game.
You did.
Well,
like a half a game.
So,
but you're up. Yeah, you're definitely up.
Up by 2 wins. And that's really
Yes.
what it's going to come down to, is not necessarily the percentage, it's how many wins did we have over the season. So up by 2 games right now, which I will take. I'm just glad that we're not killing it with 4 and 2s and 5s and 1s, but we're also not getting the 1 and 5s. So
Yeah,
kind of shook that off.
I think I've been close. I think I've had a 2 and 4.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to point it out.
So, yeah. I kind of went, like I said last week, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Basically. So I went back to kind of what I was doing 2 years ago, and hopefully that makes a difference this week. So we'll see.
Well, all right.
If it does, I'll give a little hint or some tidbits as to what I'm looking I'm looking at. Yeah, at this point.
All right.
So,
well, let's get to
this week, week 9. Like you said, we're now exactly halfway into the season.
Yeah.
Because we only do this for 18 weeks. It's the NFL season. So week 1 to week 18 of the NFL is the contest that we're in. So we don't really go beyond that. So we're halfway.
All right. Well, here we go.
Whoa, hold on. Advance the slide.
There
we go.
So another high number for our largest percentage. So 79% of the experts are on Clemson for whatever reason, but they're at home, so that's probably why, playing Duke. And Duke's been a little all over the place, but Clemson has started the season strong and has just been not good since. So Clemson is a 2.5 point favorite. I'm not going on a limb saying Duke is going to win outright, but I don't know. I think Duke has the potential to win outright in this one. And Clemson, again, is just – they don't even know who they are. They're not a good team.
Yeah, and we're not 100% sure that Klubnik is going to play. So Dabo Swinney. That guy, the head coach for Clemson, is kind of keeping that hush-hush. So like I said, we're not 100% sure if Klubnik plays. Now, if you go to YouTube, you'll see our thumbnail for this show. I've changed a few things, but you'll see a guy on there that happens to be the Duke quarterback, and I think he is a better quarterback than Klubnik anyway. Mensa is his last name.
Yeah.
He's good. So if he has a good game, then I think I would, if he has a good game, if he has a better game than Klubnik, and if Klubnik plays, then Duke, I think, wins outright. So
yeah, I would agree.
I'll throw that out there.
I would agree. Yes.
Yeah.
Some of these lower percentage games, I'm like, those are harder than, I don't know. I think maybe because Clemson is at home. So, I again, another one of these weeks where I have to root for a team. I'm a Carolina basketball fan.
Basketball hasn't started yet.
But it hasn't started. So Duke football, I guess it's not as bad, but still kind of tough to root for Duke. But in this case, I'll make an exception.
Yeah. So, okay. So game 2, 75% of the experts are on Houston, the Cougars, hosting West Virginia Mountaineers. and the Mountaineers are getting 13 points. I think this started at 13 and a half. And again, we would like to get the hook here,
Yep.
but 2 touchdowns Houston has to cover. Virginia has had flashes, like they beat
Yes.
Pitt. Um, Houston's playing pretty good. And it's just one of those things that's going back to like the Nevada and or Boston College. Just score enough. Just
That's it.
score enough to stay within the number.
Yeah.
Mountaineers. So that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, and I mean Houston being at home, of course, anytime you're playing on the road and you're picking that road team as a double-digit underdog, it scares me. But Houston has also been a little like most college teams, a little inconsistent. So we're hoping that Virginia shows up for this one and keep it within 10.
Yeah. I'll let you do this one.
Well, speaking of Tar Heels,
There you go.
so 69% of the experts are on Syracuse at home. We've got another road dog that we're having to pick here. So 3 in a row playing my Tar Heels of North Carolina. This is a Friday game, and Carolina is a 2.5-point underdog.
Halloween.
Uh,
You think Chapel Bill and Jordan will dress up for Halloween?
I'm
And
sure.
what do you think a 70 something year old man and a 20 something year old girl dress as when they go out for Halloween?
Yeah, he's Hugh Hefner, and she's one of the bunny.
That's awesome.
I don't know.
That is so awesome.
I
Yeah,
don't
you picked the best costume that they could. She could have, yeah, the Playboy Bunny costume, and he's got the Hefner robe on.
know.
Oh
Yeah.
my good, Brad, you nailed that. That is the best thing I've heard all day.
Well,
That
let's hope they come out to play like that as well, and let's hope we nail this one because we picked against Carolina last week, and that didn't go well for us. Or I think I did in my personal ones, not us for our picks. But holy cow, Carolina's not great, but Syracuse has not been great either. Like we're just picking like let's just hope they suck together and Carolina can pull one off, on the road against the Syracuse team that is really really struggling right now.
yeah, and North Carolina has played a little bit better.
They
I
have,
told you, I think I texted you, they need to stop fumbling
yeah,
into the end zone when they're going in for a touchdown. So they did that, I think, I know once, maybe twice against Cal, and then they did that again last week. So yeah, take care of the ball, Carolina, and you might win a game.
right. So
Yeah,
again, fingers crossed for Tar Heels, but yeah, it's that's Friday night. It's scary.
it will be scary, spooky. Yeah. So the next game, 66% of the experts are on USC, Southern Cal. Spoiled children. I'll always put that in parentheses. At Nebraska, Nebraska is getting 6 points at home. The Cornhuskers. Hey, tough place to play for
Yes.
somebody that does not like to travel east. Um, so Lincoln Riley just, I don't know what he has, some like thing about traveling like outside of the state of California where he has a tough time
Right.
like getting his team to play good. Uh, Nebraska. The good thing is they're at home.
Yes. That's the only reason I picked this game is because they're at home and the whole travel thing that you were talking about. Like I believe USC is a better team. I just think the Cornhuskers can keep it close at home for sure.
Yeah. So again, much like West Virginia, just score enough to stay within that 6 points. So
Yep. That's it.
yeah. And then
Okay.
finally,
So here, not finally. This
oh
is
no,
five, but this is the one
this is
that
5.
we changed. So for those who were watching on
Yeah,
YouTube,
if I had a way to line this out,
yeah,
I would do
me.
it.
So this is not the game. Initially, we had picked where 65% of the experts were on SMU over Miami, Florida. Not over them. Miami was a 12.5-point favorite. It started at 9.5, and then it moved up 3 points. And we were not all that comfortable with 9.5 anyway. And then when it jumped up 3, I don't know. SMU, I think, is their offense can easily keep this within 2 touchdowns. And I know it's only 3 points, but as Mike said, we were talking right before the show. We're like, let's find another one. So we did. I don't have Mike. Do you have the percentage? Oh, let me look really quick. I think I can find it.
I do.
So
67%.
there it is. 67% of the experts are on Georgia going to Florida, and Florida is a 7.5 point underdog. So we're going to try this for a second week in a row. Florida's coach was just fired. It didn't work for us last week with CSU. We're hoping again for that 1-game bump, and they're at home. And Florida's definitely plays way better at home than they do, and Georgia has a tendency to play down to their competition at times. So we did the coin toss on this one, and we're like, okay, it's kind of a cool story. And Mike, you said there's a connection with the interim coach, or I don't know if they hired. Is this the interim guy?
Yeah, he's the interim head coach for now. Oh, he definitely won't get this job. So, because it's Florida, they're going to be looking for somebody with a little bit of name recognition, whatever. But Thornton High School graduate here in Colorado, Thornton, Colorado high school graduate. He's about our age. He's a little bit younger. Billy Gonzalez is the interim head coach. So
that's really cool.
Shout out to Billy. Shout out to a couple of our friends that know him. I texted and I'm like, did you know Billy Gonzalez is now the interim head coach of Florida? And they're like, oh yeah, we saw that or whatever. So that's pretty cool. So a little Colorado connection there as well. Hopefully they can stay within that 7.5, much like some of these other teams that we've picked.
Yes.
So let's go Gators. One game.
Come
one
on.
One game bump. Play your hearts out there, guys, for Billy.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, this is the last one. 65% of the experts are on Pitt going to Palo Alto to play Stanford. The Cardinal are getting 14.5. Hey, that's travel like we like.
Yep.
From East Coast to West Coast. So, and then Stanford has been a little more feisty this year, especially at home. So, like Nevada last week, like some of these other games that we've kept within the number.
Yep.
If the Cardinal can just hang with them and keep scoring enough, I think Stanford stays within the number. And if you really want to get crazy, Stanford money line. I'm not advocating for that, but it could happen.
And initially, I don't even hate that. Like Pitt going, like they're not used to playing West Coast, so it's just a whole different element when you're. Did I say East Coast or West Coast?
I think you went. You said West, but I misspoke too. I am advocating for the money line. I'm not recommending that somebody puts their hard-earned dollars on Stanford money line. But if they win outright, we're pretty happy.
Absolutely. I'm definitely not going to be betting on that, but I could see where it could happen for sure.
You can see where somebody like me would play that on the money line.
Yeah, but very similar to the West Virginia game, Stanford, just keep it within 10 and we're good. Pitt is definitely a better team. Stanford has been playing better since the beginning of the season. And as you said, they're at home. So, let's go Stanford. So our first 3 games were away underdogs, and our last 3 are at home. So it makes me feel a little bit
underdogs.
We have the full underdogs. Yeah. Oh no, all three home underdogs.
We have the full 6 slate underdog card.
Yes, we do.
Dang. Just for fun, like for $1 or $2, putting this into a 6-game money line parlay, so every one of these teams to win.
Right.
That would be nuts.
It would be very nuts. I'll let you do that and let me know how that goes.
For $2, I might do that.
I mean, yeah, it's $2, right?
Just to see I want to see what the odds are, but
right.
For what, 3 Starbucks?
Heck yeah. Yeah.
Almost 4 Starbucks. $2 is
right.
Yeah. That's a sprinkle. That's a sprinkle that has to happen. So, all right. So as a rundown of our picks.
Yep.
Let's go through this. 79% of the experts are on Clemson, and that gives us Duke, the Blue Devils, plus 2.5 at Clemson. 75% of the experts are on Houston. That gives us West Virginia, the Mountaineers, plus 13. 69% of the experts are on Syracuse. That gives us the North Carolina Tar Heels, plus 2.5 on Friday. 66% of the experts are on USC at Nebraska. That gives us the Bug Eaters / Cornhuskers, plus 6. Look that one up, folks. 67% of the experts are on Georgia at Florida, and that gives us the Gators plus 7.5. And then 65% of the experts are on Pitt. That gives at Stanford, that gives us the Cardinal, not with an S, Cardinal, it's a tree, plus 14.5. So let's go.
Yeah, generally, we have some weeks where it's like we don't feel good about this at all, and if we can get 2 wins, we're happy. If we get 3, honestly, this is one of these weeks where I don't have a strong feeling one way or the other. To me, this could be a 1-5 week or a 5-1. I have no idea. I don't have any feeling on what this lineup looks like.
Yeah, and it is the way I think about it is very similar to last week. It's going to take a little bit of luck. We're going to need to get the right side of some turnovers or something crazy, some craziness to happen. Which usually when you go 6-0 and things like this, you got to get those kind of games.
Yep.
So I can see that with a couple of these just being crazy games. So,
well,
yeah, I like it.
Again, let's go for the 6-0, but praying for that 3-3.
Yeah, and did you say you have any of these games tonight for your personal picks?
No, all of them, like all of them are home underdogs for the 2 college games and the 1 pro. They're all home underdogs. And I'm like, would that be crazy if I took all 3
Don't do that.
underdogs? But that's why I'm like, just leave it alone. I'm either
Yeah.
going to do it or not do it, and I'm not going to do it.
It's probably more wise to lay off of that. Just so everybody knows, and if you are checking out our YouTube channel, we are on YouTube. I am now, and not very successfully, am doing DFS lineups for different games, single games. I do have one for tonight's NFL game, Thursday Night Football. Yeah, I'm like 1-5, or 1 out of the last 5, or 1 out of the last 6, and hitting the money line on my DFS lineups, which, again, trying to do better, trying to come up with better ways to have some variance that hits, which is what the DFS lineups are all about. So check those out. They're fun. But I don't recommend taking them until some of them start hitting.
Yeah. But it's cool that you're doing that, and just making it a little more entertaining out there. Something to look at, root for.
Putting things on the channel,
yeah,
which is where you can find us on this and the replay. I will upload the audio of this show to Spotify, like I always do. But the biggest thing that we ask of our audience is to subscribe on YouTube. Hit the like button. There's a thumbs up button. Hit that when you watch. And then if you are on Spotify, hit the follow. Give us a 5-star rating if you don't mind. And then on both ends, hit that share button. Send it to somebody. We are gaining some momentum, so let's keep that going.
Absolutely. Well, and hopefully we can keep our momentum going this week with another over 500 showing.
Yeah, more than 3. More than 3 wins. That's all we want. More than 3 wins.
And good luck on your personal picks. For those listening, good luck on your picks as well. Hopefully next week we can, congratulate another one of our friends, family that do this every single week with us. So yeah, let's have a great week. And as always, Mike, I'm rooting for you until you lose your first game.
Same. That is, that's going to be how we do this. So thank you everyone for joining us. Really appreciate it. And we will see you next Thursday.
All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Brad.